Asante sana. Good afternoon. As you can see, we have come here to Masinga. Today we are doing a security preparedness assessment and risk mitigation because the last 1.5 months we have witnessed a lot of precipitation in our country. The weather people have also warned us that the precipitation is going to continue throughout December into January, and the experts here who are responsible for our generation plants at the Seven Forks dams have also told us that the levels at which the dams are filling requires to make contingency measures so that in the likely event that the El Nino continues, and in the likely event that the dams fill, the spillover is likely to lead to flooding, and we therefore need to be alert so that the populations that are living contiguous to the dams are not affected by the flooding. As you're aware, we have 5 dams within this generation ecosystem, and Masinga, where we are, is the largest. But there are some other smaller dams which cascade downwards down the river, Kamburu, Gitaru, Kindaruma, and Kambere. And therefore, once this dam fills, the spillover cascades to the smaller dams, and therefore we expect that the impact points where the flooding is likely to affect the settlements is at Kambere. And therefore from here, we're going to be in Kambere because we want to speak to the members of the public there so that we sensitize them on the need for us to be alert and to prepare them for the likely eventuality of evacuating them for their own safety. I can confirm that, as you're aware, the El Nino coordination process is ongoing, and every day at 3 p.m. we are giving daily updates from Nairobi on the state of the country in terms of mitigating the effects of the El Nino rains. The last few days we have not had much rains, but the experts say in another 7 days to 10 days the rains might come back, even in greater torrents, and therefore we are using this window of a few days that has been given to us by the meteorological department to prepare the country, to prepare our people, to make sure that we don't have a loss of life and property. Therefore, we are monitoring the situation here on a daily basis. The security teams at the regional level, county level, sub-county level, downwards to the location levels have been activated, the multi-agency teams, to make sure that first, we remain alert. 2, we report incidents. Number 3, we prepare affected communities in the event that an alert is issued for evacuation. Therefore, we are taking this as a national security matter. We already have lost quite a number of people, as you're aware, 142, which is a big number across the country. We would like not to lose an extra life if we can prevent. And the rules are simple. 1, please avoid risking your life by crossing flooded rivers. Do not cross moving rivers that are beyond a certain point where you cannot resist the waters. And the danger of trying to cross flooded waters or flooded rivers is that the floods and the waters also come with rocks, with logs, with other things that can complicate and knock you down. So it's not just the water, but also other things that the water carries underneath, including logs of wood and also rocks, which can be very, very dangerous. We have also seen motorists who are risking their lives and the lives of their passengers by insisting on crossing rivers and flooded places. When you encounter floods, just be still and wait and call for help. We have deployed a lot of equipment across the country to search and rescue for people who may be marooned or caught up in the floods. And please obey the instructions of the security managers at your local level. When they warn you not to proceed with your journey, please comply. It is in your interest. But let me say, because we've had a few incidents, I think in Tana River and some other incidents in Kwale, where we have had members of the public defying warnings from our security agencies, and the results have been catastrophic. Those people have ended up losing their lives. So we are going to be very firm in enforcing safety measures. And therefore, when, for example, the experts here give us the alert that the spillover is expected, we will expect to evacuate by force every affected person within a certain limited period of time, and will not risk negotiating with people who want to hang around and get harmed in the process. I therefore want to confirm to the country that we are doing whatever is possible to make sure that we don't lose more lives. Number two, we are doing whatever is possible to support those who are affected by the El Nino floods. As we speak, we have deployed enough air assets in terms of aircrafts, and we are working with other partners, including the Red Cross and humanitarian organizations, and many parts of the country, including today, are receiving food items, non-food items, pharmaceuticals in terms of drugs, and also non-pharmaceutical items. We are distributing them to as many counties as possible, those that have been affected. And we have placed food in strategic places across the country, and therefore, even if the rains escalate, we don't expect to have a lot of logistical challenges, because we have transported that food out of Nairobi to places where it is required. We have had a few incidents where supply routes have been blocked, but we have unblocked. The last one was Mwingi Garissa. I think we unblocked it yesterday, and I want to commend the Ministry of Transport for a great job they are doing, all the agencies. We have also unblocked Garissa, Mudagashe, all the way to Wajir, and we are hoping also to get Garissa, Kotulo, Mandera up and running. I think up to by this morning it's also up and running. So I think we are okay generally. Mine is just to request that we cooperate and don't panic, and wait from where you are until you are assisted. Our teams are out there, and we are working together as one government. At the national level, we are coordinating this under the National Disaster Operations Center, where the daily briefings are happening. But all the agencies in the front line are represented there, including Kenyan. They have a representative there. We have the Kenya Defence Forces, ourselves, the Ministry of Interior, the National Police Service is there, the Ministry of Transport is there, the ministry responsible for assaults, and all the other agencies, energy. We are all there as one government. And I'm here today as a testament that we are taking this seriously, and we don't want to lose a single more life. Already the people we have lost are too many, and majority of them, over 70-80%, have lost their lives, unfortunately, by perhaps risking their lives. We of course condole with the families who have lost their loved ones, and we really hope that our sympathies will reach out to them. But we are also calling on the rest of us who are alive to be careful and wait a little longer. You don't have to attend every market day. You can skip 2 or 3 weeks and avoid going to the market, and you'll be fine from January. You don't have to proceed with every journey. If you can postpone a journey, please go ahead and postpone it, because sometimes it's not worth the risk we have seen. Some people have been actually swept when swimming across flooded rivers for no good reason. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is what has brought us here. We will go down to Kiambere. We'll also have a public baraza with the public, members of the public that are likely to be affected there. And we want to say that we will stand with every Kenyan who is affected by this El Nino challenge. It has brought some positive effects, like the filling of these dams will help us generate more through the hydro option, and therefore it means we can stand down the expensive generators that sometimes we use to supplement our energy needs. But then there are the adverse effects, like the loss of life and the other things. So we are going to Kiambere, we'll have a public baraza there, and every day we'll be circulating alerts. Going forward, when the rains start coming back, especially in this ecosystem of the Seven Forks Dams, we are going to be we will be asking for the phone numbers of all the people that are affected, those that could be affected by any spillover, and we'll be sending alerts directly to their telephone numbers. Other than the meetings that our national government administration officers will be doing, we'll be sending alerts directly to their phone numbers, so that in case of evacuation, nobody says that they didn't know. And finally, I can confirm, the country has enough preparedness. We have enough food, we have enough non-food items, we have enough drugs, we have enough mosquito nets, we have enough facilities to set up temporary camps and to keep our people safe with enough supplies until the rain subsides, and therefore there is no cause of alarm.
Mheshimiwa Waziri, kwa kifupi tu naweza elezea kwa Kiswahili.
Telling us the water levels where they are now, we are left with about 6 meters, and that will require, anything between 15 and 30 days, depending on the amount of precipitation, to fill. But you never know. The rains may decide to come back in huge torrents, and all of a sudden, within a week, the 6 meters that are remaining are full. Or they may come in small bits and take another 30 days. So mine is to assure the country that we are monitoring this situation using scientific method, using physical inspection methods, using all methods that we can use to make sure that our people are not affected. So we have 6 meters left, and this is the primary dam. If this one spills over, the other dams in the cascades will automatically spill over, the last one being Kiambere, and therefore the point of impact is going to be the populations around Kiambere Dam and the populations down the river, downstreams in Kithure and Tharaka Nithi and Tana River counties. Right now we are anticipating about 3,000 people may be affected within Embu County. Another perhaps 2,000 people in Tharaka Nithi County, that's the estimate. In Kithure County, we expect approximately 25,000 people to be affected. And in Garissa County, it's likely to be much more than that, because that's where the biggest impact is likely to be felt, in Garissa County. So that's what has brought us here. It's good to see all of you. We wish you well. Allow us to proceed and go to Kiambere. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you. Thank you.
ndio mavazi rasmi hapa.
Yes, yes.
Mbele ama nyuma hiyo? Ni ya mbele ama nyuma? Suppose we...
No, no.
Thank you.
If the rains comes up again.